Yo, happy people. Once again, it's Carl. Welcome to another episode of Vent on Me. And today, I'm here with
Divine, yeah.
Divine Inyam. Divine Inyam, please, can you tell us what you're venting today?
Okay, so my vent is one that affects all of us, and simply is that we enable as a society the negativity we see in Nigeria. Specifically in Nigeria, we enable the negative things we see in Nigeria. I believe it would have been better or easier if Nigeria's problem was simply just an economic problem that fix it with the actions of government, either through monetary policies or fiscal policies as best suited for the problem. It would have been better if that was just Nigeria's problem. But Nigeria's problem transcends far beyond just being an economic problem to a structural and societal problem, where we are all a reason, or we are all part of the reason why Nigeria is not growing. Nigeria is not going where it is supposed to be. There was a slogan during the former president administration, that's Muhammadu Buhari, and then it was "Change begins with me." I know we usually used to mock at that slogan because we're expecting the government to be the forerunner of the slogan "Change begins with me." But when we look at that slogan, it actually tells us something actually very true. That if we really want Nigeria to become a better country, if we really want to push Nigeria to where it is supposed to be, the change actually has to begin with us. You know why? We go to banks, we go to our different institutions, our different offices, and then we most times don't do what is right in those spaces. In the bank, they don't tend to you because you're not the sushi customer, you're not the high-end customer. The police is not your friend because you're not the wealthy person. The security agent, a whole lot of our institutions do not answer to you because you're not the wealthy person. Now, in those offices, in those are different offices, even in our schools, the whole lot of corruptions in those places and everything, those things that are happening there. If we want to look at it, as much as we blame the presidency, as much as we blame the government for Nigeria not being a good nation, let's look at our offices. Is Tinubu in the office with us? Is the governor of your state in that office with you? Is the governor on the queue with us? We are standing on the queue. People don't want to stand on the queue, simply because we are Nigerians, in quote. The government gives directive, okay, this place don't sell here. I'm going to use Cross River State for an example now. Along Calabar, there was a ban that people should not sell on, the walkway that was meant for pedestrians. But find out that we still see people selling there. And I always say, I don't think I would want to go into, politics on the national level. But if I would be a leader, let's say both national or as a governor, I would be a wicked leader. You know why? Because those kind of businesses, I will not allow them to be there. Because there was a directive that was given that these businesses should not be there. But we still find out that those people will still go back there and open. And then let's say later on, the task force agents, they come and then they either seize or destroy those things. We turn out to say the government is wicked. We turn out to say the government is bad. But those are things that we are consciously doing. As I use the same example, in our institutions, the schools, there are a whole lot of corruptions that are happening that we cannot talk about, because the truth about it is that as much as we do not have candid or credible proofs to these things, we have all experienced it. And the amazing thing, as I said, is that Tinubu is not in that office with you. You go there, outside the office, we will blame Tinubu. Outside the office, the government is not doing well, the economy is not doing well. We know. Today's event is not that the Nigerian economy is not doing well. That's not just the event.
That we are the problem.
Exactly. We know. We cannot even delve into what we expect the government should do, what the government should be doing, where they are failing us. It is numerous. But as much as the government is failing on their part, we the citizens are also failing on our part. And the amazing thing is this: it's not that we do not know what to do. Because if you take a Nigerian out of this Nigerian economy, and then let's say take them to, let's say, an office in Europe, an office in the US, these same people will act so coordinated.
Yeah.
So why are we not doing it here? These same people We would stand on queues. These some people would do things that are right. I'll give an example, another example. So one of those days I was at stadium. On a normal stadium to flour mill is 200 naira, but because it was night and then because rain was falling, taxi drivers stamped the fee at 300 naira. Whether you're paying, this is something like maybe 3 hours ago, we all know people would even tell you I have 150 and then you would consider them. But because of the rain and everything, the drivers were like this. Not like the rain had subsided at this time, just that maybe because drivers were not on the road, but drivers had put it at 300 naira. Even 250, these drivers will not carry.
Can I ask a question?
Yes,
What
yes,
time exactly was it?
8 p.m. Yes, I remember.
8 p.m. And like you said, the weather wasn't really good. Okay. I don't know. I'm not really supporting them.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't blame them at some point. Let's look at boat drivers. Boat drivers, you can take boats from here to Etagbo at the price of 2,500 naira, like on a norm, a flat rate. But going at night, let's say from 9, 10, 11, which is beyond working hours, they charge higher. Because see, it's one thing to actually sacrifice your sleep. If you notice, people that work more on night shifts are paid higher. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Is there proof for that? But I'm hearing you.
People that work night shifts are actually paid higher. Okay, my dad works in the military. Whenever you work as in for night duty for 1 week, you get a 1 week off. Do you understand? There's this I think there's this benefits given to people that work late night because it's beyond work hours. So I think them increasing the price from 200 to 300 is not too good, but it's explainable.
So now let me chip in there. Now this is the verdict. This is 8 p.m. and then most people are closing their shops. You know, they are going back. The streets are still busy. This is not 10 p.m. This is not 11 p.m. That's gonna be understandable. Do you get me? This is 8 p.m. This is on a normal day. Let's say maybe because rain was not falling or anything, it would have been 200 naira.
Yeah, that's another factor that you understand. The rain falling. Okay, let's say the rain was not falling. Obviously, it would have been 200 naira. So
it would have been 200.
Why?
When that period reaches, this is the point I'm trying to make. That Tinubu is not in that bus with you while you're increasing that fare. The standard fare is 200 naira. Equity is that 200 naira. That's what it's supposed to be. Why are we doing it? Why are we increasing it? And this is gonna be like my next point. Nigerians always want to take advantage of situation.
Yeah,
taking advantage of situation is always good, but when it comes at the detriment of other people, you have to start considering it. Do you get? So I understand the wanting to increase the price. I understand it wanting. I am pro capitalism. Do you get?
Yeah.
But I understand but when we start looking at it at the detriment of people, we have to consider. That's the point we are trying to make. So when these same people in the same situation, they step into government offices, they step into leadership position, what do you think is going to happen? They will still want to take advantage. That's why I am a strong believer that most Nigerians don't want a working Nigeria. Most Nigerians do not want a working Nigeria. They only want a Nigeria that work for them. They only want a Nigeria that's going to be beneficial to themselves. Do you get me? So that's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, we are going